Agreed. Greetings and salutations.
The universe is just doomed. 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 Doomed.
Welcome. It's us.
Nicole and Tessa. Jesus, Nicole, did you forget your name?
I forgot what we say, apparently. Let's try that again. Oh. Wow.
What is happening?
I just
Thrown the
forgot
fuck off.
what we do when we begin, apparently.
Apparently.
All right.
Are you new?
I am. All right. Welcome back. It's us, Nicole.
And Tessa.
I said that like a question mark.
I know. Is
Nicole?
it you? Again, I ask you, is that you? Are you
I'm
a
having
replicant?
a little difficulty with the intro today for some reason.
Have you been body snatched that
Maybe.
I'm not aware of?
Oh, and we have no
What did they
research
do to you?
assistant.
Are you trying to like send me a message right now? Did they do something to you before they left?
I'm blinking really
Or
hard.
no, I don't know Morse code. Shit.
Oh no, that's something we should have learned. So yes, we're doing our first double dip tonight, and we're talking about a movie we've talked about on another podcast, which is a first. We're talking about Serial Mom.
Yes, because I mean it's Mother May I, and what about she's like one of the best damn moms there is.
Yeah, so we decided we just had to talk about it, and because the other podcast, which is called Movie Lovers Unite, was YouTube only, and I know not everybody listens to us on YouTube, so you may not have heard it. It's been also a year or so.
It has been a while. Like it was in obviously the old Doom Room, but before it was even like the Doom Room. So it had been much longer than I thought that I had remembered. Yeah.
Do you have a cricket or do I have a cricket? I hear a cricket. And as soon as I said the word cricket,
now I don't
stopped.
hear anymore. It's probably me because I'm outside.
It's been identified. It's like, oh,
I know, right? They caught me. Shit.
So yeah, if you have not seen Serial Mom, it is available now on Tubi.
Yes, that's where I watched it.
And you should, because it's a John Waters movie, if you didn't know.
It's so funny.
It's so good. We got Kathleen Turner as Mom, Beverly Sutphin.
Sam Waterson as Eugene Sutphin. And is it Waterson or Waterston?
Waterson.
Okay, because in the opening credits of the movie, it says Waterston.
Does it really?
It does. It's misspelled. Because I thought that too. I was like, wait.
See that.
Didn't I write down Waterson? I was like, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'm like, why did the opening credits say Waterston?
I didn't see that. I was too
it's
busy
like,
typing.
Whoopsie doodle. Yeah.
Ricki Lake as daughter Misty.
Matthew Lillard in his debut as Chip.
Oh, I didn't even realize. We probably talked about it before.
Or his main, or maybe not his debut, but like his main character debut, like as a main character in a movie.
What year was Hackers and what year was Scream? Scream was 96.
Scream was 96. I want to say
Hackers was close. 96.
It would have been, yeah.
No, 95, I think. I think it was a year after.
Okay, so
this,
right
so
after, and where he played serial killer.
Yes, so I'm like, there's some references here that were unintended because this came out first.
Right.
Patricia Hearst as Birdie.
Who else do I have here? Lonnie Horsey as Carl.
Horsey.
Lonnie Horsey.
Lonnie Horsey. Justin
Carl.
Whalen as Scotty.
Mary Jo Catlett as Rosemary Ackerman,
aka Mrs. Puff.
Right, I know, and she like totally Mrs. Puffs out.
Oh yeah,
when you said that earlier, I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
You're all like Rosemary's Baby, like Mia Farrow.
I was
like
what
Mrs.
are you
Puff?
talking about? And I was like, I don't know what you mean. And duh.
Chris came in the room and I told him, I was like, don't look at the screen, just listen to this woman and tell me whose voice that is. And he was all, Mrs. Puff, like immediately.
Right?
She sounds so much like her.
I know. I should have said something. I should have had my kid come in and be like, who is that?
Who dat?
Like, just hear who that is. You tell me.
Mink Stole as Dottie Hinkle.
Suzanne Summers as herself.
And Tracy Lords as Carl's date.
Patricia Hearst as juror number 8.
Yes, of course. And that's all I've got.
I also have uncredited Bess Armstrong as the nurse.
Mm-hmm.
Kim McGuire as the stage diver at Hammerjacks.
Oh, okay.
John Waters as the voiceover of Ted Bundy.
Yep.
And L7 is in this movie.
So
as Camel Lips.
That's right. The text comes up on the screen and tells you this is based on a true story. It's based on court transcripts. This is not based on a true story. This is just John Waters fucking with y'all.
Yeah. He just play with you.
Don't Google it. It's fine. It's not true.
Yeah.
And we open on an idyllic 2-story home in Baltimore.
Oh, it's a beautiful morning. It's over breakfast. The garbage men are picking up the trash.
They wave at Mom. She smiles and waves out the window.
How about some fruit salad?
She's offering them so many things. There's like fruit salad. There's cereal. I think she says she's going to make some eggs. I'm like, is this not the before school rush?
I know, because everybody gets up and goes to work, to school, to wherever, like after this is over. So yeah, she's going to make them all kinds of shit. She's waving at the garbage men. Is that gum in
Misty.
your mouth?
You know, I don't
it's sugar free.
All that chomping and chewing.
I know. We don't allow gum in this house, so she makes her spits it out. Mm-hmm. Oh, and she talks about Carl.
Yeah, she sells vintage stuff at a swap meet, and she's talking about this boy Carl's going to come pick her up today. And go to I don't know if they're going to the swap meet or they're going to college. They go to college together.
Mm. And meanwhile, there's a fly.
Oh, yeah. Mom's tracking this fly.
She's tracking the fly. It's like on the butter. It's on everything that everybody's about to put in their fucking mouth.
Pretty much.
It's disgusting.
And
it's
this
disgusting.
Ivy wallpaper, I swear we had this.
Oh, I know.
I swear we had the Ivy wallpaper.
We had the Ivy wallpaper and also the Ivy like sponge painted.
Oh, I don't think my mom never did the sponge painting.
Oh, my mom did the fuck out of the stencil and the sponge painting.
I did that with
whatever.
an aunt one time in her kitchen, but my mom never.
Oh,
my mom never.
My mom did. Oh, my mom did.
And you get a very good, this opening scene sets everything up. It sets up what everybody does, who everybody is, what kind of personality everybody has. Because you get Misty's boy crazy, Chip's into horror. Mom is a neat freak who also kills flies with exact precision. And that's the most blood-filled fly I've ever seen.
Oh my God, it's disgusting.
When she smashes it.
At this moment, while this fly is flying around the Sutphin's kitchen, it was like watching the movie in 3D. There was a fucking fly in my house and it like buzzed my ear and I was like, oh my God. Like my surround sound is not that good in this fucking house.
It's like a little zzz.
Right. So they're talking about over breakfast. The Hillside Strangler is getting their degree
and
in
Mom's
prison.
Like, that's nice.
Right. And Dad's like, he should have been executed. Like there was 2 of them. I don't know which one they were talking about. So finally she gets the fly. Mm-hmm. Right. She swats it right in the middle of the table. And at this moment, just leaves it there. Yeah.
That seems out of character for her.
A little bit.
She likes the blood.
I guess. Or it's nasty. It's a
nasty.
fly.
And
she just let everybody
cutting board or something? Is that what she smashed?
It was just on the table. I don't know, but like she just let everybody put that fly shit in their mouths. That was disgusting. Disgusting. So now 2 detectives arrive.
Yeah,
is there a serial killer on the loose?
Yeah, he says it. And she's like, they're asking about this obscene phone calls and mail threats being placed to Dottie Hinkle. And she's like,
she lives right down the
Dottie.
street. Like,
oh my goodness.
Yeah. And then she's like, wait a minute, detective, we don't allow gum.
Yeah, I know.
In this house, she makes the detective spit out their gum.
cops.
Right. And he's like, well, we're going to show you this letter, but beware, it contains language.
And it says, I'll get you, pussy face, in cutout magazine letters. Chip's like, let me see. No.
I know, they're like, no, this is for grown-ups. And like, she's all, no, this is all just so terrible. You got to listen to the birds. Hoo-wee, 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 hoo-wee.
She seems like a basket case. They're like, all right.
I know. So now everybody goes off for the day.
Scotty honks his horn outside. Yep. And he's just looking at skin mags out in the daytime with the girl in the car. And people's parents are coming out. Oh, my God,
he's going to grow up to be Mr. Pickles. Like, he's going to be the friendly neighborhood pervert.
Mr. Pickles is probably his dad.
He doesn't grow up, so I guess it doesn't really matter. He doesn't grow up.
Spoiler. So Birdie
I know, well, whatever. It's a this 21-year-old movie.
Birdie brings this new in-box Pee-wee doll for...
Oh, shit, 31-year-old movie. It's the 90s. Never mind.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck. Wow.
And I know. I forgot it was 94. It's been a while.
Yeah, never mind. I did the math wrongly and then quickly corrected myself, and that fucking sucked. Okay, anyway. So, yeah, they bring the Pee-wee doll in the box. $158 he's going to sell it for.
That's a bargain for new in box.
In the box? 100%. I'd pay $158 for a brand new Pee-wee in a box.
But I guess in 1994, maybe no, because that wasn't far enough out from when the show was for it to. Like, I feel like you could almost still buy it at a Toys R Us in no, you couldn't, but like
no,
you could find it in the back stock at Toys R Us in 94.
Right. Well, there was like no eBay.
True.
You had to go to those
the
flea market things or whatever. Yeah.
And here come Carl parking up like a dick.
I know.
And when she shows him the doll, he's all, that guy's a weirdo. Immediate dumping for Carl.
I know. Bye, Carl.
You
Bye.
don't get me. You can just turn around and leave. And the detectives are talking about as they leave, like, man, she's really like Beaver Cleaver, huh? Like,
right. He was like, she's like the nicest lady that you're ever going to hope to find.
Cut to her in her bedroom.
Right. 9:37 a.m. Beverly places a call to Dottie Hinkle, who hesitates to pick up the phone. Is this the cocksucker residence?
Isn't this
Wait, let me check.
4215 Pussy Way?
Fuck you. Yeah. Let me check the zip code. 212. Fuck you.
And then Mrs. Puff's coming in uninvited.
Right. She just walks right into the house. Yep.
Looking through the house.
Looking for dust.
And she almost catches her.
Right.
She almost catches her on the phone, but she hangs up just in time right after her.
Right. Well, she calls back as the phone company.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's just the phone company. Cocksucker. Right. That's what she's like. Can you say it? And she's like, oh, I guess. Cocksucker. Right. That's what she calls
cocksucker.
Me. Listen to your filthy mouth, you fucking whore.
Yeah. Motherfucker, cocksucker.
Oh, my God.
So she comes in. She's like, oh, did you hear about poor Dottie Hinkle?
Oh, so sad.
So now 3:15, Dottie's out there gardening. Beverly drives by. And then she's remembering why she's doing this to fucking
harassing
Dottie.
her, yes.
And you know what, Miss Hinkle? That shit was egregious. That was egregious. She comes in, Beverly's going to the supermarket or whatever. She like politely waits her turn, drives properly through a goddamn parking lot, goes to wait for the space as it opens. And here comes Dottie Hinkle.
At Joanne's Crafts.
At Joanne's Crafts with is that what it was? I thought it was the supermarket.
Joanne's.
Even better. Well, that's why they all closed.
Well, and
this
she
is all
didn't even
Dottie's
turn
fault.
around and look at her. So as far as you know, Dottie doesn't realize that she was waiting
Dottie
for
knew
that
what she was
spot,
doing.
or she didn't know who was waiting for that spot.
Well,
like she didn't even turn to
she
look.
knew what she was fucking doing. You couldn't tell me that white leather with fringe jacket that she was wearing, that she had no idea what she was about to
go
do.
To the craft store.
She jerked that Corolla into that spot so hard.
And so
she knew what she was doing.
Bev's on her way to the PTA meeting, only this ain't a fucking PTA meeting. I know John Waters doesn't have any kids, but he's apparently confused a parent-teacher conference with a PTA meeting or an open house or whatever this is. You don't one-on-one talk to teachers on a PTA meeting.
Not usually. That's the parent-teacher meeting.
Yeah, that's like not to talk about your individual kid. That's to talk about like stuff to do for the school or whatever.
Sure, and it gives me Hairspray. Mm-hmm. The one, like the first mom that's in there talking about like, well,
that dude's a fucking dick.
Like, I know, and like they come out crying or whatever. It's very much like Hairspray. So Beverly shows up with a tin of fruitcake.
Yes,
and talking to the other couple. These fucking people with the dental problems.
Oh God. And the teacher at first is really nice. He's like, oh, he's doing great and he's off to a good start. And then, except this unhealthy obsession with sick horror films. Are there problems at home? And she's like, no.
We're a loving family.
Well, you're doing something wrong. I'd recommend therapy.
And she's like, excuse me?
Because he likes horror movies? Fucking relax.
Hardly. Like, anyhow. So now there's like outside, there's a chick over there getting stoned under a tree. And Bev's in her car driving through the parking lot towards Mr. Stubbins, the math teacher that she just had the meeting with.
All smiles.
Right. And she floors it. Oh, he's chewing gum. Did you notice? He was fucking chewing gum. And I bet you that sent her right over the fucking edge.
That was the last straw.
She floors it. She runs him over and then she backs up over him again.
The look of glee on her face when he smashes into her windshield and gets blood all over it. And where did she just drive through the car wash with the fucking blood splattered windshield?
I guess.
No one saw this shit.
Well, she did take it to the car wash afterwards.
Yeah, but nobody
and
asked
the gum
about
falls
what's all
out of
over
his
it?
mouth. No, they don't ask any questions. She's a very nice lady. She probably was like, I hit a dog or something.
And the stoner chick's just like, what is in this weed? She's like looking at her joint like, what the fuck, man?
I know. I want some of that shit. So after she pulls up to the car wash at home, Chip, Birdie, and Scotty are watching Blood Feast.
And it's grossing Scotty out. He'd rather be
this
watching
boy that constantly
pussy in front of his best friend and girlfriend.
He just openly looks at pornography all the time.
He
but
wants
this
to
is
jork
a step
it
too far.
together.
Oh, jork your peanuts.
He wants to jork
together.
your peanuts together.
Jork your peanuts
In the
together
same room.
on Tuesday.
And he runs out to puke. Like, come on, buddy, really?
Well, he runs right into Beverly, who has brought cookies.
Yes. And she's
So
like,
she's like, take these cookies to go.
to go. Because she needs
You gotta
to
get
talk
outta here.
to Chip about your teacher said these movies are rotting your brain. But then she's like,
Oh, yeah,
but let
back it up.
me
I wanna watch
back
that.
up that heart-ripping scene. I got to see that.
I want to see that again.
And even Chip's face is like,
He's
Mom.
like, okay, if you want to. So now at 6:30, it's dinner time.
She serves the perfect meatloaf. And that thing looks like a fucking 10-pound meatloaf. That was a
I
massive
know.
meatloaf.
It was probably a baby.
She ate a baby.
Oh, she ate a baby. But Misty gets broccoli. She's only going to get broccoli for Misty.
Oh, yeah, because if she loses 10 pounds, Carl will take her to the beach blast. And now, thankfully, Mom, because she's such a good mom, is like, you know what?
Right.
If you want to
You
lose
should do
weight
it for you. If you
sure.
want to do it, that's fine.
But not for
yeah.
some boy you hardly know.
Yeah, no, he's like, he's a jerk.
And they all say he's a
You know,
jerk. And
whatever.
she's like, you just don't want me to be happy. Chip's
I'm-
so happy
everybody's
he could
happy.
shit.
Now, Chip, you know how much I hate the brown word.
Not a Stephen King fan, I guess.
I guess not.
She
He's
would
not a
love
shitter.
the brown word, man.
I know, right? So now Rosemary comes running up, hollering, "Turn on the news!"
A teacher at your school has been murdered. Oh,
Right?
my math teacher, what the fuck? The phone
And Dad
rings and
thinks
it's Birdie.
everybody
Oh,
should
yeah.
get the goddamn death penalty. He thinks everybody should
Whoever
get the fucking
did it
death
should
penalty.
get the death penalty.
And they're like, "Oh, Luann saw it, but she's a stoner."
Right, so Beverly already knows, like, all right, well, we could do. She doesn't
Right.
ever try to kill the stoner chick. She's like, nah,
No,
she can.
No one
we
takes
can
her
work
seriously
around that.
she tells him it was a blue station wagon.
That's
Blue,
like your car, Beverly.
Blue. Oh, what? Oh, come on.
I'm not that bad a driver.
I'm sure I'm not. Yeah. She just makes a little joke.
And she's
so
kind of
funny.
like, Chip, you should be happy. And he's like, yeah, he was an asshole. He didn't deserve to die.
Right.
And it makes you
Which
wonder,
is the first
is
time
this her
that
first
happens.
murder? Or is this where she started to get sloppy? Because all
I
that
don't
set her
know.
off was him saying your son should be in therapy, basically, and then maybe the gum
Right.
shitting. But like you're telling me
Right.
this is the first time she's met people she wanted to murder?
I don't know. She probably have just come unhinged.
This is her escalation. She had a
'Cause
slow
she's-
escalation.
A slow escalation, and she just snapped. Because she's more like a mass murderer. She's not a serial killer.
She didn't plan it really. I mean, sort of,
No.
but not really. She just
Not
kept
really,
just
and, like,
randomly killing people.
She didn't have a cooling off period.
No.
She just went on a fucking rampage.
She had a
So yeah,
rampage.
she's mass murdering mom, not serial mom.
So that night, she's on her knees saying her prayers, and her husband can't stop thinking about the teacher. And she's over there. She gets in bed to read her book on birds, but inside the book, it's not a book on birds.
No, it's not.
It's all kinds of pictures of serial killers.
Oh, it's her scrapbook or part of her scrapbook about serial killers.
And now she's horny.
I know, that got her hot.
She got real hot.
she's
Well,
like-
between murdering someone
like,
that
"Are you
day
sure?"
and looking at those
Right?
photos, she's ready to go.
That's all she needed. So he's like, "Well, are you sure? Like, you want to?"
Oh,
She's
no,
like,
we gotta embrace life.
Right. Like, we could be quiet. You think the kids are
And
still
now
up?
this is her one.
I
She gets
know.
a tick for bad mom for this.
Exactly.
Gross,
'cause this is
Beverly.
Gross.
She's
Because you're
being
doing
loud
it
on purpose, and you know your kids are awake. They come stand out
They're
in the hall like,
teenagers. I know, like, what the
Ugh.
fuck is going on there? And this is what I told you when I went back and watched the first time that we did it, that we were saying that Beverly Sutphin's a power bottom. She power bottom.
I have the same note. She's fucking rocking his world from beneath. She's just like flinging him up into the air with her hips.
Well, if Sigourney Weaver tops, then Kathleen Turner power bottoms.
Hell yeah, she did. So now it's the weekend. She's bird watching in the yard. She's looking out with her little binoculars, and she sees Rosemary talking to the cops and pointing at her house.
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck?
And then
Who's she talking about?
And then this dude with the I have their name eventually when they say it, but the dental emergency guy calls. Oh, I'm in
Ralph.
so much pain, whatever. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'll see you on Monday. And his wife gets on. His roots are infected. He's gonna have a
He
heart
could
attack.
die. Right. So he's like, fine, 10 o'clock, I'll be there.
And so he's
whatever.
Clearly annoyed. She's like, I understand, but she's clearly annoyed. She storms into Chip's room and fucking Chip.
I know.
Wakes
Chip.
him up all
I
loud.
know.
He's
That
like,
was
what
a
the
weird
hell?
thing to do.
Just waking you up, dear.
Right? You'll be late to work.
Misty's downstairs crying because she got stood up by Carl.
I'll kill him. And like, now don't use words if you don't mean them.
And she sees the detectives out there looking through her trash cans.
Oh.
And they come up and knock. She lets them in. And Misty immediately flirting with the young detective.
I know. She's boy crazy. That's just how it goes. And
yeah. And it doesn't even matter if they're cute. I mean,
No,
he's all
she
right,
just-
but he's not like the dude you look at when he comes in the room like, hey. what's
not
up,
necessarily.
detective?
And he's a detective.
I
He's
know.
a cop.
And he's probably 35, ma'am. You're like 20. 19. Yeah, something like that.
Maybe.
So
Well, I don't know. He's probably, you're right, like 25, 26. Like he's a hard, I have it on right now. They're in there right now. They're having this discussion right now.
And they ask her about Mr. Stubbins.
Right.
But a horn
And,
honks
like-
outside and it's Scotty.
Right. He's over there to pick up Chip with Birdie.
Who she makes sure to
And,
point out again, Scotty, who doesn't wear his seatbelt.
Of course. She mentions it a couple of times because they ask her, like, did you drive your car to the meeting? And
Because it turns out you have like the only car that matches that description of any
Right.
student at this school. And she's like, is that right?
Oh, right. And then they find the magazine. Is this also?
Yeah, because Scotty's like, oh, she did it. She aimed the car right at Mr. Stubbins
Right,
and
they're
mowed
making
him
the
down. And they're
jokes.
like, shut up. And
Yeah,
then
that's what it is. He's like,
they have that
but what about this
magazine, yeah.
magazine?
And she's like, oh,
where
that's
the P is
That's
missing.
clearly addressed to Rosemary.
P is in people that don't mind their own business. And as you can see, that's Rosemary's subscription, not
I
mine.
recycle my magazines.
My magazines. You know, goddamn well, Rosemary don't recycle shit.
Hell no, she don't.
So yes.
So now the trashmen are watching Rosemary just throwing her recycling into the garbage willy-nilly.
I know.
Just
Meanwhile,
scowling.
while Beverly is in there doing
Oh
her
my God.
due diligence and
Daybreak.
recycling. Daybreak.
Daybreak.
Singing to the world.
She's so into recycling, dude. She's like in there dancing, throwing her little
Listen to her
bottles and
favorite
cans.
song.
Yep. And she goes for the sewing scissors when she sees Rosemary throwing her recycling, but then she sees the trash men. So she's like, you know what?
Right. She's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to go out there and say hello to old Gus and Sloppy and bring them a couple of shots while they're
Right?
working.
She brings them like
One
while they're
for the
operating a garbage truck.
Right. That should be fine.
And they all,
You know.
she brings them out and brings her recycling all rinsed and ready.
And and they sit there talking shit about Rosemary over there.
And then
And
now
they're like,
this
so you know what?
part-
Someone ought to kill her.
And now this is where I start to wonder, is this an American Psycho situation? Where are they
Oh, right,
actually
where she's-
saying that? Or she's so ready to kill Rosemary, she's imagining the trash men are just like egging her on. Like,
Right.
somebody ought to kill her, give her a happy face, and then recycle her. And she's off for the
right?
sake of this planet.
Like, yeah.
Because like that's hardcore.
Somebody just might.
Like, how many people on that block don't recycle? I'm sure Rosemary Ackerman is not the only one in 1994 who ain't recycling.
Well, that she also brings little shots to Gus and Sloppy, her favorite garbage men. So who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe they do. Maybe they know what she's all about. They help her out later.
When it's like how the kids, how she keeps hearing conveniently that somebody needs to die, or I want to kill them, or someone should kill. You know what I mean? It seems like people are
Well,
throwing that around a lot around her. But I guess if you
that's
don't know, she's
true.
going to take you up on it.
That's true. Once they figure out that she's actually doing that shit, they stop saying it. That's for sure.
Let's stop saying
Or
that.
they say it to try to set her up.
Right.
So, like, I think they figure out eventually, because people say that shit all the time. You would never really expect anyone to actually do it.
Right.
Especially your nice cookie making mom.
Not Beverly Cleaver, but hey, she's Beverly, so why not?
Yeah, she's Beverly.
June
She could be
Cleaver.
Beverly Cleaver. June Cleaver.
So now Rosemary and Dottie are having day hangs, day beers, watching Joan Rivers talk to serial hags.
Serial hags.
Women who love men who mutilate.
I know. So they're like startled because
She's out there lurking
Bev
at
is
the
out
window.
there creeping around. They're like, "Oh, come in. You want a beer?" And she's like, no.
It's like 11 a.m. I'll pass.
I'll have coffee if you have coffee." So she comes in and sits down, and she's like, "Oh, are those?"
Oh, yeah. Rosemary leaves
Pussy
the room,
willows?
so she looks at Dottie all close, like... Or no, she says that part when she's
right.
still in
Are
the
they
room.
pussy
Yeah.
willows?
What did you just say?
Yes, but they're a little dry. She's like, what did you just say?
Pussy willows,
said-
Dottie.
Pussy willows, Dottie.
And She knocks over that Fabergé egg and it's like, oh, Dottie, you're so clumsy. And Dottie's like, what the fuck?
I didn't do that.
Do anything. And for some reason, like, Rosemary believes her, which it seems like Rosemary's already a little suspicious. She was pointing her out to the cops and shit, like, go look in her trash and like.
I mean, who knows what Rosemary? She's drunk. She's had day beers. She's ready for a nap after cereal hags.
So she's got to get her straight to the antique market to replace that Fabergé egg.
Oh no, my Franklin Mint Fabergé egg.
I feel like Mrs. Puff has Fabergé eggs.
It's Franklin Mint.
So now Dad's doing dental work on Ralph, who it turns out he just lost a tiny filling, and he's being a big old fucking crybaby about getting.
You had this man come in on the weekend to fix your shit, and you're gonna behave
like a child,
like a fucking baby
until your wife has to come back and check on you. Angela Chase's mom had to let you.
Right, Angela Chase's mom is about to put like the whole fucking kibosh on this situation. Like, look,
yes.
She doesn't stand for that kind of fuckery. Like, not now, not ever.
And then the
not in SeaWorld, not now.
Yes, detectives show up on a Saturday waiting for him in his office, and they're asking about, oh, is your wife a big reader?
Right. And he was like, well, yeah, mostly about birds and like whatever. They're like, oh, no.
What about murderers? And he's like,
yeah, she's been reading this. We found this in the garbage. Is your wife mental?
So cut to Beverly swatting gnats at the flea market. Misty's still all pissed she got stood up when Beverly spots Carl there with Tracy Lords.
The fucking audacity to go to the flea market.
Where you know bitch has a table. You know this is what she does for money. She's gonna be there.
Hello.
Fucking Carl.
So you're gonna bring Coral.
I mean, I don't blame you for saying yes to Tracy Lords, but also.
No, not at all. But like.
Right in front of her salad.
To bring. Right
in front of my
flea market
her
table. Box Pee-wee.
Yeah, right in front of my box Pee-wee.
Right in front of my flea market booth. Come on, Carl.
So Rosemary's over there trying to buy a chipped Fabergé egg at half price, and this dude's like, nah, $100 even with the chip.
It's Franklin Mint. Call it what you will. It's damaged goods.
So she gets herself a deal on a fireplace poker by switching tags.
Ooh, you sneaky bitch, Miss Puff.
And then Carl ends up coming up after her and buying that Fabergé egg for his little sweetie.
Ooh, Franklin Mint. What's she gonna do with that?
Like, where do you live?
What does she want it for?
Like,
she said it where she was gonna put it.
She asked him for like a baseball pennant, and like she got random shit from the flea market. Who knows what her house looks like?
They was just spending money. Who knows what her house looks like? It's just
flea market
filled with
hoarder.
shit. So, right. And he's like, oh, honey, I got to take a piss.
Oh, so lovely. So gentlemanly.
I know. That's cute.
So Beverly
follows him.
She grabs Rosemary's new fire poker and just openly again, this is a place full of people. I don't know how only the pervert in the bathroom saw something happening.
Well, because no one's looking at her. Why would you be like scoping out Beverly Sutphin? Like, who gives a fuck what she's doing?
Nobody
she's
knows
weird
yet.
anyway.
She's the fucking weirdo, I guess.
Exactly.
So she's going to come up from behind him when she hears a toilet flush in the stall, and she ducks in, and like some dude leaves without washing his hands.
Well,
but what she doesn't see is it Mr.
Pickles
in there looking through the glory hole.
The glory hole. Come on, Mr. Pickles.
And he doesn't see what happens, but he sees her in there holding the fireplace poker, and he bails as she walks by. He like sneaks out behind her.
He sneaks out, and she like just sneaks up behind Carl and like jams his liver out of him.
I don't know. She pulls out the poker.
I know, he dies with his dick
like,
in his hands.
Her liver's just like hanging, and she's like, ugh. She's like trying to push it off.
She's like trying to get it off. It's stuck on the poker.
But she doesn't even rinse the poker. She takes this gore-covered poker back and sets it next to okay, and that never comes up again. Rosemary sees it's covered in blood. She touches it, but she doesn't tell nobody. I don't think it even comes up in court. Did she even say in court?
Yeah, it comes up in court. Yeah.
Okay.
She does say that
in court,
but
she's
not
got
now.
some doo-doo on her shoe.
She's like, ooh,
some
I hate
piece
that.
of liver.
Right? It's gore.
Oh, and let's not forget she flushed the urinal with Carl's head in it before she left. Don't want to leave a mess.
Final indignity. Well, she knows better. You got to flush when you leave. It's disgusting.
So now the cops come. There's a big commotion, and as they're pulling him out,
Hold on, wait, that couple that's like, fucking Don Knotts. He's the coolest.
Oh my God. They bought like
weird...
a Don Knotts painting at her flea market.
Yes.
Hilarious.
You know what? To be fair, I would have fucking bought that.
Right?
If I saw that, I'd be like, is that a portrait of Don Knotts? Like a weird portrait of Don Knotts? I'll have that. Thank you.
How much is that?
How much? $158. I don't know about that.
And the guy who comes in and finds Carl, is he eating a kebab as he walks into the bathroom?
Yes.
And then that scream.
He is. The Howie scream.
Is that what it is? I was like, that's like a
what
canned
it's called,
scream.
the Howie
okay.
scream. Mm-hmm. And he like he screams and then goes to jam that kebab in his mouth like right after.
I'm so hungry, man.
But like
the
pointy way.
Like what were we just watching where somebody did
Final
that?
Destination.
And we're like, no,
3.
you gotta
like, take
it off
kebab
the fucking skewer.
Those two people.
They're same
Those
guy.
two people. Same guy. That's his dad.
So then she returns to the table. The guy starts screaming. Everybody runs up, and the perv in the glory hole's telling the cops, "Oh, I saw a lady in there." And
and they're like, "Yeah, right."
Sure you did. So Misty sees the bag being zipped up and screams. So she never even saw that he was there with Tracy Lord. She didn't even know he was there until she saw his body getting zipped up in a body bag.
But Tracy Lord is being restrained because she's like so distraught over Carl's death.
Until she sees the young detective who's apparently so hot, he's picking up all the ladies around town.
All kinds of girls here and there. Like Misty missed him that time, but Tracy Lord sure saw him and was like, ooh, hey.
And Bev runs up ooh, I sold your Pee-wee for $158. And she's like, Mom, Carl's dead. She's like, I sold Pee-wee.
Oh, well, but you got your wish.
I didn't wish that. I didn't want him dead.
Right, and then Rosemary, that's when she
reaches
feels
down and it's
feels their blood on the poker, like, ugh. So now at home,
when I wondered too, like she's reading all of this mass murder, serial killer stuff. Did she learn absolutely nothing about cleaning up a crime scene or getting away with a crime?
Apparently not.
She wore white shoes in there. And wait,
I
was going to say, when was Labor Day? Fuck.
It was before Labor Day. This was in May.
Okay.
When all this happens.
Okay. So now
So it was before she's allowed.
Now is actually a good time to take a quick break.
Oh, let's do that.
So we'll be right back.
Okay, before Dad goes through her shit.
Yes, exactly. We'll be right back. And we're back.
We're back, and Dad's at home going through Bev's shit.
Her murder scrapbook.
Right? That's exactly what I wrote. Her scrapbook of murder. And there's like, he goes through the thing, and that card, there's like a Christmas card or something in there, and I think that's supposed to be like, you're not expected to know it, but it's either from John Wayne Gacy or John Wayne Gacy's art on that little like card. Christmas card that was all mixed up in there. There's all kinds of stuff in there about
letters from Richard Speck,
and like
from Ted Bundy.
He was not a bodybuilder.
Right?
Also,
those pictures
by the way,
are hilarious.
He did not. I don't know where he got that photoshopped in prison, but he did not look like that.
Hilarious.
But yes, he finds a tape and pops it in the thing, and it's from Ted Bundy before his
John
execution.
Waters' voice, like, hey, Bev.
Yeah,
me, Ted.
About to be executed. How you doing?
So now the news is on, and Dad hears that Carl got murdered, and he's like, fuck.
Oh,
you see on his face, like, it's got to be,
like,
right?
Fuck, he knows. So, down at the video store.
Which I don't know if we mentioned, Chip works at a video store.
Right, he works at a video store, and he is watching Straight Jacket with Joan Crawford, the one that I was talking about.
Oh, what a link.
Just last week, where she had the axe and the teenage daughter, and she was beheading people. It was so good. They're the Joan Bee. So yeah, Misty comes in and is like,
Chip, our mother is Charles Manson. And he's like, cool.
Come on. Like, yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Right? Like, they all make jokes, and she's like, somebody else might die. Mom might actually do it.
Cool.
If
Let's
you
make a
keep
gore
saying
movie
it,
about Mom.
Right. Because they're like, oh, she could like go kill my stepdad, or she could kill my whatever teacher. She's like, you need to stop playing, because she just might.
I'm not joking.
Yeah, I am not joking.
So that night at dinner, Dad's like, you know what? How about we say grace?
Yes,
they pray for the strength to understand the terrible tragedies of the last few days. And she's like, amen to that. And like, come on now, Beverly.
Okay, babe. Okay.
And Rosemary tells the cops, so she's over at is she at her house or she's at the station Where was
I
Rosemary
think
talking
she
to
was
the cops?
over
I
at
think it was at
her house or whatever. And so, yeah, she's telling the detectives it's her, it's Beverly. Everyone's kind of realizing.
I saw gore on her shoes hanging
was
there like a
gore.
runny nose.
Oh, that
and
was
Dottie
the liver.
telling them, yeah, Beverly is her pervert caller. Pussy.
Right.
That's what she said to me. Pussy, Willow.
Pussy.
And sitting at dinner, Chip says, Scotty thinks you're the killer, Mom. And she just kind of laughs.
She's like, well,
For someone who doesn't wear their
seatbelts, yeah.
Scotty sure is nosy. And then she's
like,
gets
I
up
gotta
and
go.
leaves.
I'm gonna go. So they go to follow her. She's gone
The
to the
cops
store.
are
They
watching,
take off.
yeah.
The cops are watching. The cops are following. The family's following.
Well, the family first looks at each other like, and
You don't
Misty
think
goes
she's
in the
actually
kitchen and there's a note that says like, went to
to
the
the store. She's like, she went to get Scotty.
Oh no. So dad gets the kids in the car. Hey, your
Right.
mom may have some problems.
Right.
The young detective follows the dad and kids, and a siren patrol car is chasing Beverly, and she's like,
She's just bumping Daybreak.
She pops in her Daybreak. That's the only song she likes. Oh my god, it plays I think 3 times in this movie.
I
That
think
is
you're
the only
probably
song
right.
She likes.
It's just the only what's her favorite song. That's like the one thing that makes her serial. Is that's her kink or whatever is Daybreak.
Right, and
So
she like
she's-
hops a curb and loses the cop.
Right. Scotty is trying to settle in to watch some pornography.
Some
while
big
his folks
titty
are
70s
gone.
porno. That was like some 70s. That
It
looked
was
old.
like Chesty Monroe.
Yes, or
like
something.
that.
It was
Like,
one of those where their name is something about titties. I
Right.
don't know which one. One of our listeners, I'm sure, knows.
Of course,
which porno
of course.
Scotty was watching.
I'm absolutely sure of it. And meanwhile, that same couple, the dental couple,
Yeah, Mom
Ralph
is
and
not
his
at
wife,
Scotty's.
No, she's watching them eat a chicken disgustingly.
The wettest chicken I've ever seen, and they eat so
I almost barfed.
gross. It's like a Dennis Quaid and fucking Substance
I know.
situation.
It was so nasty. Like, no wonder. I'd kill them too.
And she starts imagining the birds that she bird watches, looking at them eating like, oh, well,
Right, like-
I got a reason to kill you now.
Yeah, exactly. Just
So-
give me a reason. It doesn't take much.
So while she's sneaking in the back door, the family is coming into Scotty's house. He's home alone. So they're
He's just trying to jerk off
just
aggressively in
which
peace.
I'm surprised he was under the blanket and with the shirt on when no one was home.
Well,
I'm surprised he wasn't just with his peanuts out.
because it wasn't a rated X movie. We couldn't have Justin Whalen out here with his
Well,
dick
but you
out.
would think they would have implied that.
Well,
because
maybe.
nobody saw anything when they came. I mean, it was clear what he was doing,
Well, of course.
but they didn't like see his dick in his hand when they walked
Well,
in. And
that's
everybody
true.
knows Scotty be jerking it all the time.
Scotty be jorkin all the time.
That's
Scotty be
gotta
touching
be his
it.
nickname, like
Scotty be jorkin.
Scotty be jorkin. That's his last name. Like it shouldn't be that crazy for Scotty that they walked in on him jerking it because he was under the
Right?
blanket. So it's like if I were Scotty, I'd been like, "What the fuck? Get out of my room! Let me finish."
Well, let me
He'd be
finish.
watching. He'd be looking at porno rags in front of everybody.
I
in
know.
Broad daylight. He wants to watch
Well,
porno in the day with his friends. Come on,
That's
now.
why
It's
I'm
not a
surprised he
surprise.
stopped.
I know. They didn't just go, "Yes, this is what I've
Right?
been wanting as a fucking audience," and that's
I
when
know,
he
all
finishes
I've wanted.
as they bust in.
He busts. They bust in. He
Yes.
busts and makes a mess all over Sam Waterson's face.
So Mrs. What's her name is upstairs getting ready, getting sexy for bed with her fucking ointment or whatever. I don't know what that
Her
was that she
unguents?
pulled out, but she had like
I
a
know.
rolled up old tube of something,
Or something. And like her husband is downstairs eating,
like an entire pie.
just eating disgustingly.
I'm
like just
still
being
eating.
gross. I'm still eating this dessert.
And Beverly's
she
hiding in her
hears-
closet.
Right. She hears something in her closet. She goes to check it out and first of all, she's got rats.
Yeah, what the fuck? There's a goddamn mouse.
She's
or
got
rat
rats
in there.
in her shoebox. And then she like goes to look and finds Beverly in there with the scissors.
Yeah, she pops out and stabs her with Rosemary's sewing scissor, and then the mouse attacks
And
the
then
woman.
also, I know, as
the
if that
same
wasn't
time,
bad enough. As
gets
if
all
it wasn't
bit up.
bad enough. Well, the rat probably watched them eat and was like, "You're fucking
You
gross.
know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna take a nibble too.
gross.
And so right after
This
she
is
kills
you.
her,
This is what you look like."
is when they break into Scotty's room and it's like, oh, whoops. And then
Right.
the husband runs in to see Beverly taking the scissors out of his wife, and she fucking tries to throw him.
Right. Like when she misses.
She misses twice. He gets outside and she drops a goddamn air conditioning unit on his
Right
head.
on his head.
But now our family thinks, well, it's not her because she didn't go kill Scotty. Right. So everyone's relieved.
So it couldn't possibly be her. She comes in, they all come in, and she's like, anybody want some strawberries?
Oh, yeah. So that must be she went to the store. She got some strawberries.
What a relief. What a relief.
So now it's Sunday. It's church time.
May 16th, 10:37 a.m. Church.
And they've got like every cop in this town
lined
following
up
them
on
to
the
church.
Street. And they're like, I guess we'll just go to church then.
Chip's all excited that they might be on a current affair.
Do you think we'll be on a current affair?
The radio informs the family that the Sturners are dead. And she's like, shame. They should have brushed their teeth.
Ew. And they can't, all the cops are just following them because they can't make a bust until the lab reports come back.
Right. So they're just killing
on the fingerprints. Time. Right. So
the news announces that a suspect was named and that it's Beverly Sutphin.
Right. On the radio that they're listening to. And they're like,
Misty's like, honey, God, I'll never get a boyfriend.
Honey, is this menopause?
And Chip's like, it's okay with me if you're a serial killer.
The only cereal I know anything about is Rice Krispies.
And then somebody pulls up alongside them, looks over, sees her, and just like screams and drives
like
away.
The whole family. So now they go to church.
Yes, and everyone's whispering.
Oh, in the house of God.
But the garbage men are still like, what's up, Bev?
Super happy to see her. So, and Birdie can't go talk to Chip. Like, her folks are restraining her. And everybody is...
And Chip is all impressed because they hear the news is like, is Beverly Sutphin's serial mom?
Right. Are you serial mom? And they go into church and like the sermon is about capital punishment.
And Misty is also flirting in church.
Yes.
Misty, relax.
I know.
She's leaving snail trails all over Baltimore.
Gross.
But yes, the priest is talking about that Jesus is fine with capital punishment. If he wasn't, he would have said so. Don't you think that was a perfect moment for him to say, I don't believe in capital punishment?
Right, of course. So now the news comes through. Bingo, boys, bust the bitch.
Yep. So the cops head into the church, and she the way she sneezed on this poor infant.
Oh my God! Everybody's
Beverly
praying
Sutphin,
as the cops move in, and she sneezes like hawks a loogie, a gigantic
on
booger
this baby.
On a baby's face.
And everyone starts screaming chaos breaks out because she snot rockets a baby.
Oh, well, that's nasty.
It's nasty.
That's biological warfare.
So Chip and Birdie get mom out, and Scotty's a narc. He's over there like, they went that way.
Well, they took off in his car.
Oh, that's right. They
all got in his car. And like the photographer from The Sun is over there taking pictures of Misty, the guy that she was flirting with.
Oh, my God.
In the church service. And
I
so
just wrote, she a hoe.
She wants to be.
She wants to be a hoe.
She really does. So now they go, Chip and Birdie take mom to the video store.
Right, to hide her in the little fake wall or whatever is back there, little wall
right, it's
room
like
behind the bookcase.
It's like the porn videos are back there.
Probably,
or whatever. It's
yeah.
like the secret room in the video store. And like the cops have lost her. They're watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
When
Chip
Mrs.
opens
Jenson
the store.
comes in.
She's already there, like right after 1 minute after opening. She's already knocking at the fucking door.
She's returning her copy of Ghost Dad.
She just loves Bill Cosby pictures.
To rent Annie.
Do you have Annie?
And he's like, look, you bitch, you got to rewind these tapes. Why? It's the rules. Well,
I've told you before. He's like, all right, well, now I'm going to charge you because I've told you before, and it's $1 for every time you don't rewind the tape.
So she throws some money at him. Keep the change, you son of a psycho. And before they can even turn around to say, Mom, did you hear that? Beverly's gone.
She's already gone. They're like, oh, shit. Oh, no. What's her fucking address? What's Miss Jenson's address?
And I don't know why they didn't get back in the car to drive over there, why they walked or ran to. I mean, I know it's close, but still, you want to beat her there, don't you?
They didn't want to steal the car twice, I guess. I don't know. It was right down the street.
And Mrs. Jenson, what time is it of the day? It's right after church. So you got to figure it's 11 a.m.?
Right.
And she's got a whole lamb roast just laying out on her table.
Is that from last night?
Oh,
and she lives there, just her and because it's just her and the dog.
Right. And so she makes herself a little, is it a fucking lamb and lime jelly sandwich or what? Or not lime, mint jelly sandwich?
Mint jelly, probably.
Because that was
gross.
The green spread on there. Is that a Baltimore thing?
No, I've never done the lady thing.
I've never done the mint jelly.
Neither have I. I like a pepper jelly.
Yeah. Her dog tries to warn her and she's just, she's too the sun will come out tomorrow. And she's like, here, come and lick my feet. Get them all wet.
Get them all wet. Oh,
So
you fucking
gross.
freak, Miss Jenson.
Oh, Miss
You
Jenson.
fucking freak, Miss Jenson.
You don't deserve to die, but somebody should have slapped the shit
No,
out of
you
at
do.
the very least. You do.
No, you do. You do. You
so
do
yeah,
for
she's
that.
just
You're
loving
wrong for
getting
that.
her feet licked as she sings tomorrow.
And that cost the most out of everything else in this movie was to get the
Getting
rights,
to that.
Annie and Tomorrow for her to be able to sing that song right before she gets, serial mommed.
So Chip and Birdie run up at the same time as Scotty, and but they don't see Scotty. And Chip boosts Birdie up to the window, and all she sees is like the lady. She's just singing.
Right.
She's
like, oh,
alive.
she's just in there singing with her dog fucking macking on her feet.
And Beverly goes in for the roast knife, but stops.
Right. Well, because
Puts it
meanwhile,
down.
Scotty's further back. He can see
He's like on the
all
roof
of the things.
of a
so he
neighbor's
knows.
house or something. Yeah.
Right. He can see Beverly in there with the knife. He's like, oh, she decided against it. Oh, thank goodness, or whatever.
And then she goes back for the whole ass lamb shank.
Right.
She gives the dog a bite. She's like, here you go.
Yeah, gives it to Buster, pets him a little bit. And then she goes back in there and beats Miss Jenson to death.
Clobbers her to death with a lamb shank. And how
Rewind!
so much blood? Where's the blood? Why would she be so bloody?
Because
It's
it
a
was
meaty lamb
spatter,
shank.
blood splatter.
But, like,
She probably
he's-
knocked out a tooth.
Maybe.
I don't know.
And yeah,
It was
so
out all
Scotty
night.
sees all of this. Beverly
course.
hits the tape, rewind, and looks over and sees that Scotty saw her. And now she goes for that knife.
Right. Then she goes and grabs the knife. She goes after Scotty. Chip and Birdie again try to look in, and now Birdie sees
Blood
there's
everywhere.
blood everywhere. It's not like the movies.
It's real. It's real.
Right.
So Beverly's just openly chasing Scotty down the street with a knife in broad
Right.
daylight. And he
Wear
makes
your
it-
seatbelt. It's the law.
She's like stabbing through the top of his convertible. She carjacks the man with this knife.
Right?
Chases
She chases
Scotty,
him.
and
And
then
Chip
and Birdie, run into,
find Dad
Right.
and Misty. And they're like, have you seen Mom? Where is she?
And there she goes. Wow, in
Right.
a stolen van.
She waves. I guess that was like ad lib. They didn't even realize she did it until they were watching it later. And they were like, oh,
No,
that's
she
funny.
waved.
Like, we're going to keep that in there.
She's like, bye, I'm going to kill your friend.
Right.
So they pass the detectives. They say proceed with caution. She's armed and
Armed
fucking
and
nuts.
fucking nuts.
So they give chase. There's a traffic jam. So Scotty gets out and runs up to a club where
Right, they're in downtown
Kamloops
Baltimore.
Kamloops is playing.
At Hammerjacks at
Hammerjacks.
2:47 p.m.
Right?
2:47 p.m. in the middle of the goddamn day.
Baltimore, you're weird.
That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people.
That was a
in,
packed show for a 3 p.m. show.
right? And like they're in there playing Gas Chamber.
Yes, and they let her in. They're like, "Oh,
They're
you're
like,
that
"Oh
murder
shit,
lady
it's
from
Serial
TV.
Mom.
Come on
It's the
in."
murder lady." And like the fam arrives, he's like, "Dad, look cool. It's Hammerjacks."
So Scotty gets surfed up to the stage, and he takes a guitar to the gut because he gets
Right.
like on the stage, and one of the girls is like, "Get the fuck out!"
Right, get the fuck out of here. And Bev drops lights on Scotty.
Everyone cheers. Everyone's like, "Yeah,
Right, yeah. And then they
murder
like
live."
they set him on fire.
Yeah, she does the hairspray lighter torch.
Right,
Oh, and
and
he's
like-
like, "I'll wear my seatbelt, Mrs.
I
Sutphin,"
know,
as he's on
like,
fire. Like,
It's too late. And Danita spits liquor on him and he catches fire some
fucking
more.
fireball. And Mom's loving it. She's down now
Oh,
in
yeah.
the front row enjoying
Right,
the show.
just-
Dad and the
she's-
family come in like, "What the fuck?"
I know, she's like, it's so loud, but I'm loving it. And the cops show up to arrest her, front row at Camel Lips.
The crowd hates it.
Of course they do.
And they all chant,
now-
"Serial Mom, Serial
Serial
Mom."
Mom. So
And
now,
that's 5
5 months later.
So now after
Okay.
Labor Day.
It is now after. It's 5 months later. It's October now.
And the reporters
Beverly,
yeah, she's devastated by the charges against her. She's
well,
like,
now it's trial time, but she's in there in the inmate bus
doing a
getting everybody to
sing-along.
sing
I'm surprised
next
it
to
wasn't
the most-
Daybreak.
right? And she's sitting next to the most uninterested person that could
like,
possibly be
please.
next to her. Like, you need to shut the fuck up.
She goes into the court and she's all hello to the jury and hello to her family. And the judge is like, "Ma'am, this is not a coffee klatch. You are accused of multiple murders. Please take
Right.
this seriously."
We're doing opening statements now. This is a trial.
So DA
So
does
now-
his opening statement. Beverly
Nasal
Sutphin
rod.
is evil. She's evil to the core. She killed 6 innocent people, and she's just worried about this
Chip's
juror
all
with
like,
the booger.
they deserved it.
She's just trying to get this juror with
Oh,
the booger.
right. She's like, get it, whatever. She's like, no, you didn't get it. And he had to blow his nose. She's like, oh, yeah, you got it.
She's not even listening to this opening
Nope,
statement.
she really isn't. But she notices juror number 8 is wearing white shoes.
So now, while her defense attorney is doing his opening
Who's
statement.
Mr. Hinkle?
I guess.
They said Mr. Hinkle,
I didn't
so
even
Dottie's
clock that.
husband?
He just says he's known them for 16 years and that's his dentist and their kids play. So yeah, I guess it's Mr. Hinkle.
That's what they said Mr. Hinkle. I can
But you
only
wouldn't think
assume.
he could represent her and then his wife is one of the witnesses? I don't know. But yeah, so she's not listening to this either. She's busy writing a note to her attorney that says juror number 8 is wearing white shoes after Labor Day. And she's just like, okay. So clearly she's insane. We're going to plead insanity.
Right. And she's like, no. I'm firing you.
No.
I'm going to represent myself.
I read some law books in jail and the judge is like, please don't. It's not a good idea. And she's like, no.
The person that represents themselves has a fool for a client.
But she's pleading not guilty and the commotion begins.
Oh. So now Dottie Hinkle to the stand.
And they start asking her about these calls and Beverly makes her sound insane.
Right. She's like, do you drink?
No.
And she's like, no, I don't. She's like, well, oh, you mean to tell me that when I came over to Miss Ackerman's house, you weren't drinking?
One beer with lunch is hardly drinking.
Right. And then she starts getting her upset.
Oh, so, but you lied though.
Right. So like, no, I didn't lie.
No, I don't,
whatever,
bitch.
Like,
she's
right.
And
she's
she
like,
mouths fuck you at her. And
yeah,
she's like,
fuck you too. And they're like, I'm going to find you in contempt.
Mrs. Hinkle, are you insane? No, I'm not, you motherfucker.
Motherfucker. Right. Like 5 days in jail. That's it. Get her out of here.
Contempt of court. And now by the next day, the kids are selling merch outside the court.
Yes.
Like they've got T-shirts and the reporter wrote a book in this 5 months because he's been banging the daughter this whole time. So he has all the inside scoop.
Chip is in there
the
making
credit
deals.
Card swiper. Remember the credit card swiper?
Yep.
I only had one job where we used that before they converted to like just like the little scanner or whatever.
It was like for 5 minutes when I worked at the hotel when I first started there. They had it, but then it was like
I love the
literally 5 minutes. It was like a couple of days, and I was so excited to use it, but then that was it.
So Chip's on the phone making TV deals when a guy comes up like, your mom killed my brother.
Right, punches him right in the face. Exactly. And like, he's like, wait. It's cool, man. It's cool. Did you sign off yet?
For TV or print?
TV, man.
Suzanne Summers wants to play my mom.
Right. He's like, well, who do you think will play my brother? Is Jason Priestley available?
I'm sorry, Carl. You're no Jason Priestley.
No, Carl. No.
And then they're interviewing the stoners on the stand, and she's high on the stand. She doesn't remember anything except for it was blue, man.
It was
Carl
so
was
blue. And again, the juror number 8 has yet another pair of white shoes.
She's getting
after Labor Day.
It's like all she owns
just
is
cannot.
white shoes.
I know she's got nothing but white shoes. So now,
the cop testifies about finding books about serial killers in her trash, and she's like, "Oh, really? What would I find in your trash?"
She goes and looks at Gus and Sloppy, and they're like, "Yeah, like whatever, get them." She's like, "Well, I found a copy of Chicks with Dicks in your trash can."
Oh, that's personal.
Yeah, don't judge people by what they read, detective.
I'm a married man, and I hope they give you the gas chambers. They drag his ass off too.
Boots.
So now Rosemary's called to the stand, and yes, that's what she finally tells about the fire poker.
It was covered with blood and gore.
And Beverly's like, "Oh, where'd you go? Where at the flea market? Didn't Carl buy something that you wanted?" Fabergé
Franklin Mint or no, it was damaged goods. And she's like, well, wasn't that your magazine and your scissors? Mm-hmm. And do you recycle? No, I don't have room in my kitchen.
And Suzanne Summers arrives to watch the trial, and while the young detective is on the stand, and nobody can stop. They're
shit! Like he's trying to say what happened at Hammerjacks, and here comes Suzanne Summers with her cowboy hat and her Beverly Hills,
and even the judge.
T-shirt.
I loved you in Three's Company.
I loved you in Three's Company. So now that's all been a distraction. So now it's Mr. Marvin Pickles' turn, the local pervert, to the stand.
But he's busy writing I sniff jurors' underpants on the bathroom stall. The bailiff has to retrieve him for his questioning. And Beverly
Suzanne takes a call while this is happening.
Doing this thing under the table,
flapping her
it's
legs.
Like she's working a thigh master.
I know.
And I'm like, she's doing invisible thigh master under the table?
Invisible thigh master. She's like like floating queefs over to Marvin Pickles.
It's the scent. Girl, he got that scent.
She's trying to fly some queefs over in Marvin Pickles'
coming
direction.
in his pants over this 40-year-old woman flapping her legs like a thigh master.
Right?
And
he's like, well, they told me to say it. And he like totally recants his testimony.
I've never seen this woman in my life.
Right.
So she stands
now
up.
they
They've
take
proven
him
nothing,
away.
and the defense rests. Prosecution rests, defense rests, audience cheers.
Suzanne's doing interviews out there.
Beverly was
in the
wrongly
lobby.
accused. She's just a normal housewife trapped in a nightmare of circumstantial evidence.
Oh, so now closing arguments. This is Henrietta Lee Lucas, Joan Wayne Gacy. Then back in Misty's like macking it with the reporter now.
Yeah,
in the back of the courtroom.
Dad's like,
right,
come on now.
You need to stop. So now Thursday, October 7th, the jury returns, and number 8 has yet a third
pair of white shoes.
And Beverly will not fucking have it. But the verdict is not guilty of all charges.
Woo! And her husband's
I'm coming
scared
home.
as
He's
fuck.
like, what do we do?
Right? He's like, oh no, now my wife is literally a killer.
The reporter's like, do you think she'll like me? And she's like, well, just don't piss her off.
Exactly. Like, don't. So as they're exiting, she's getting her flowers. The reporters are all trying to interview them, but she sees juror number 8 walk past to the phone booth in them white shoes.
And she gets on the phone. She thought she was innocent the whole time.
Like,
she was never going to. Yep.
She was never going to.
We got her off. It was cool. But she excuse me, you can't wear white after Labor Day. That's not true anymore. Yeah. She like hits her with the phone. She's like, no, please, fashion has changed.
No, it hasn't.
It hasn't. Bop, bop, bop.
And she comes out and Suzanne's making her take photos and she's like, Suzanne
Summers.
This is
my bad side.
And then a scream as the juror is found.
Right.
Blood coming.
There's
why was
blood
coming
on
down
the
her
white
ankle?
shoe. I don't know.
Where was she beating her
that
about
hard?
the fucking? She's like, I'm gonna rip that fucking shoe. I will take the whole foot.
Right. I'm gonna take your foot.
And Suzanne looks over at Beverly like.
She like slowly turns and she's like, oh my God, she's done it. And she's looking at her like smiling like, yes, bitch. Yes, next. I did. Yeah, you're next.
And then the text at the end says Beverly Sutphin would not participate in the making of this
she
film.
refused
and then
to
we
cooperate.
Get
Daybreak.
Yep. And get our last session of Daybreak at the end there.
So yeah, but I mean really, Beverly Sutphin's a great mother.
I mean, of the moms we've talked about so far this month, for show.
Between Faye Dunaway as Joan Crawford and Margaret White, yes, I'd say so.
She definitely beats the both of them. And how did Serial Mom doom us? I mean, it's just yet another John Waters movie. It's a
John Waters
doomed
movie.
us to love John Waters movies.
I feel like this almost paved the way for what's her name, Melanie Griffith, to do Cecil B. Demented because Kathleen Turner did, whatever.
I could see that. I forgot to mention up top, so I'm going to mention it now, but I'll try to remember to mention it up top because I usually do on the next episode. We have a new Patreon on the most smartest tier.
Oh,
Adam Kirkendall, welcome to the club. Your merch is on its way. Your little perks are on their way.
Your Peter at the Perks are on the way.
And we have one voicemail from a repeat caller. Let's see if I can get it to play because you know me.
We got a
with
repeat
the
customer.
Voicemails here. Let me turn my volume up. Turn the speaker on. Let's try.
Hello, Doom ladies. This is Richardson from Backlook Cinema, the podcast. And I just wanted to send you a very belated congratulations on your 200th episode. I know how difficult it can be to put out such high-quality content week after week. And I was actually worried about your episode on In Living Color when I learned that you were going to talk about it. I was wondering, but I was not disappointed. It was one of your best episodes, and you managed to go over our favorite sketches, our favorite characters, and even some of the controversies that happened during the show. And I wanted to make an addition here. You had mentioned that Fire Marshal Bill had said a kind of off-color joke, and it was in regards to the LA riots, the Rodney King riots. So he was saying something like, well, I guess you appreciate firefighters now, and you were saying that you don't understand where that joke came from. Well, I think that it is in reference to some reports that there were actually some firefighters in EMS who were shot at during the riots. I even read a report of a firefighter who was shot in the face. So I believe that is what Fire Marshal Bill was referencing.
Oh.
And I just wanted to let you know that I believe that your show is amazing and outstanding, and I am enjoying the episodes that I listen to, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thanks. So
yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I don't remember how old I was at the time when the LA riots happened, maybe 12, 13, something like that.
Yeah, I was pretty
tried
young.
not to watch. I tried not to watch the news about it, even though my parents were. If it was on,
it was pretty. That was pretty much the only thing that was going on.
Yeah,
but I mean, I'm sure lots of people got harmed and whatever in the course of all of that.
Any uniforms probably were getting shots fired at that point during the riots.
Shots fired.
We're not even differentiating anymore. Just like, you got a uniform? Bow. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, I don't know. Just get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Who knows? I wasn't there.
So this marks.
I was just nearby.
Our midway point of our Mother May I month. So we've got 2 more mom-centric movies coming your way.
They just keep getting lighter and lighter.
Yeah, they're going to keep getting lighter.
It's like
and lighter.
a ditto machine. Like it's going to be lighter and lighter as it goes on. We used to try to
scramble these things up, so it would be more like a heavy one, a light one, a heavy one, a light one. But we didn't even take it into consideration this time. So they're just going to get lighter. So
yes,
you're welcome.
So look forward to that. I guess I don't know how you feel about that, but that's what's going to happen.
So while you wait for that, you should go subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/Doom Generation. We just put out a new This Month in Doom, where we talk about all the new shit we've been watching or reading or listening to, whatever, depending on the month. We've got new stickers. We've got drink koozies. We got all kinds of goodies that we can send to you. $2, $4, $10. To get the merch, it starts at the $4 tier, but at the $2 tier, you get all the bonus audio. And follow us on all the things. Like, rate, subscribe, review, and until next week.
We'll talk at you next time.
Later, Doomers.